Doing good.
Good. I am glad that you decided to talk with me. Let me just go over a few things. There's just some practical things that that I have to say as a counselor. One is that you can share anything that you like, as long as you don't do one of three things. If you share information that that would inform me that someone's hurting you or you're hurting yourself, I then have to be a mandatory reporter. Number two, if the court says, well, I have to say what I said, then if I'm subpoenaed, I would have to. Or unless you give me permission to share what we talked about, everything else is held confidence. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now that you know that, I just want to make sure that you're clear that our conversation today is held in confidence and it will not be shared with anybody else. So this is our first time meeting, and I've seen you in the hallway several times, and I'm excited to actually sit down and talk with you. So just tell me, maybe tell me a little bit about you and how are things going with you?
Well, something about me is I play softball. In my opinion, I'm athletic, and I am a very hard worker and will do anything to succeed. And my school is going pretty good. Trying to get straight A's for the year so that I can get cum laude, whatever it's called.
Okay. So you play softball.
Yes, sir.
Are you good at it?
I think so. I play shortstop.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. I really like my teammates and everyone. They're just almost like the reason why I'm out there.
Okay. So it sounds like you get along good with everybody out there.
Yes, sir.
Any trouble on the field or anything?
I wouldn't say no trouble. Sometimes I make errors or whatever.
Sure. Sure, the coach calls that out really quickly.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And then I get in my own head and gotta stop doing that though.
Yeah. So, what do you mean by you get in your own head?
Whenever I make errors, I dwell on it for the next couple plays, even though I should just get over it, because if I don't get over it, it's gonna snowball.
I'm sure that could set you back during the middle of a game, right?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's cool to know about softball. Hopefully, I can get up there and watch you play sometimes. So we have about 9 weeks left of school. We're getting ready to go on spring break, and I need a break for sure and certain. So how do you feel about having 9 weeks left? You went through the first part of the year. Now you went through the Christmas break, got out from Christmas break. Now we're going on spring break. How do you feel? What are you feeling about school?
Well, I really love school, and I really did not want to leave for college. I'm kind of nervous about leaving because I just like how everything's going right now. I'm used to it, and it's good for me right now. I'm excited about spring break because I'm gonna hang out with like my friends. But other than staying in school long term, I did not want to leave high school.
Okay. So on one hand, you tell me you love school, but then on the other hand, you're nervous for leaving school. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Explain that to me.
I'm nervous because I'm not really a social person. I am whenever I get to know somebody. So I just don't want all of my relationships and teacher connections to just go away after all of them years, because people connections mean like a lot to me.
Well, it sounds like you care about people.
Yes, sir.
And it will probably mess you up having to leave, right?
Yes, sir.
So I guess we need to work on making sure we can find a plan of action to help the transition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is sounds like you enjoy school and you enjoy your peers. What do you enjoy the most out of it?
I enjoy, well, my friends is they're all funny. They make me laugh. I just love being around them because they know when I'm feeling the type of way whenever I'm not saying anything. My teachers, I just love how attentive they are to students and to me as well, and how they really care about your being instead of just like I have to teach you and then I have to leave. We like that.
So it seems like your friends make you feel important because they're funny, and possibly your teachers make you feel that way because they're attentive to you.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And my softball coach, Coach Laster, she is like a mother figure. This is her first year here too. She's a mother figure to me. I don't know how she did it, but I guess we connect. I think it's because she expects something out of me, and I don't want to disappoint her because I do not like disappointing people. I always want to do my best for anybody. So I think that's the reason.
Tell me a little bit more about just that mothering instinct that she's given you.
Well, you know how moms are. Once you get mad, once you do something bad, they're like mad. And then when you do something like good, they're like, I'm so proud of you and this and that. And she just encourages you. She wants you to know that she's there for you, and she is there for me and everybody else around her.
Yeah. So my mom, she's a very tough woman, but I knew she loved me because she cared so much for me to stay on top of me. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you feel loved by Coach Lassiter, is that her name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's an awesome feeling to know that people here at this school and that you have coaches and teachers and even your friends, how much they truly value you, and to go through life without that feeling could probably just be upsetting, but it sounds like you got that squared away.
Yes, sir.
So what happens when you transition out of high school? Do you lose that? Do you keep it with you?
Well, my feelings for everyone will always be there, but I'm not like a texter or a caller. I don't know, I'm really awkward, but usually whenever if somebody texts me first or call me first, then I would like text them or whatever, but that's something I need to change too. I should probably text people first.
There's a plan of action, right, that you can
Yes, sir.
do better at that, right?
Yes, sir. But probably with the coaches, I'll come to as many games as I can to
Sure.
see them again and their children because I'm close with their children too.
Sure.
I love kids. And my friends, we have like group chats and we have messages and everything. I hope we don't lose our bond or our connection that we had while we're in high school right now.
Yeah. I know just because I went through high school, having those close friends and those relationships can really make school successful, or it can make it bad. So, do you study with your friends? Do y'all do outside activities other than baseball or softball?
Well, we study sometimes. We don't study outside of school. During Avid, I have Avid. We're like a really close family. We had it for all of us been in the same class for 3 years.
Huh.
The same teacher, everything. So we're really close. We study there, and then an upcoming for spring break, I'm supposed to be going with my softball team to the beach and to bowling.
Ah.
And this will be the first time it's happened in a long time, and I'm really happy that it's happening because
Wow.
I get to enjoy the feeling of friendship and love until I get done in high school.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, again, you feel loved by your peers, and that's exciting. That's exciting. So, Let's shift it a little bit. Let's talk about how are your grades? I mean, how are you doing academically?
My grades are pretty good. I got all A's and a B.
Okay.
I really wish I could get all A's, but if it's not one class, it's the other. Um, but I'm really pushing myself
Okay.
really hard to get designated honors.
And so, when you say pushing yourself, what do you mean? Like, what are you doing extra to push yourself?
Well, every single night, doesn't matter if I haven't done anything in class or what am I doing. I study.
Okay.
Like that's all I do when I get home because I have softball practice, lasts until 6 or 5:30, and then I live in Crestview, so I go home, and I get home like depends on the time, 6 or 6:30. Then I study all the way until like 10 o'clock, and then go to bed.
Wow. Well, your hard work will pay off. Just know that.
Yes.
Anytime you put hard work in, 9 times out of 10, that hard work's going to pay off. So, with good grades, because A's and 1B that's tremendous. It sounds like you have plans for college.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what do they look like?
My plan for college? Oh. I want to, well, I want to be a teacher, and I also want to be an anesthesiologist. I want to be a lot of things, a lawyer, a doctor. I guess I'm undecided right now. But, I really want to play college softball, next level, because I really love softball.
Sounds like you're good at softball, deal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, talking about college, Paul.
Yes, sir.
If you had to choose today, let's say that there's no hindrances or there's no boundaries in choosing which career you would go down, and you only get one choice, and it's the one choice that you have for the rest of your life. What do you think that one choice would be? Hard question, right?
Yes, it is. Probably, probably a teacher.
Okay.
Because you get to be around students, and I really I feel like when I get older, I'm gonna love getting to know the person and know what they've been through and get close to them as a person. Sometimes I think about the money part. That's why I had lawyer and anesthesiologist and all that. But as I go in high school, I learned that it's not about money. It's about what makes you happy.
Yeah, so, I mean, just to recap all that, what you're telling me is because of the experience you had here in high school, the love you felt, because you used the word love, you talked about your teacher. It sounds like your compassion for other people is because of maybe what you're going through now, which is
Yes,
why you
sir.
want to teach.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay. Anything else on
No, I don't think so.
that? Okay. All right, so listen, it sounds like you will make an incredible teacher, to have been influenced by teachers and coaches, and you want to play softball for college, so it sounds like if you do start teaching, maybe you can coach softball
Yes,
as
sir.
well, and
That's what I want to
volleyball.
do.
Normally, if you go to one school, if it's a smaller school, they end up making the woman coach the volleyball, the basketball, and all of that too.
Yes, sir.
So you'll have plenty of opportunities of loving on other people, and that sounds like that's your love language, just to be able to love on people.
Yes, sir.
All right, so are you concerned or nervous about anything?
I would say after I leave high school, I am very concerned about, being I know I'm independent, but I'm nervous about other people, where are they actually going to be towards me? And I just don't like to be alone. I do not like to be alone. I need somebody to be with me. And I'm also concerned about my best friend. I'm sure we're going to get in colleges. I never want to lose in touch with her. I want to always keep in touch with her because that's a big part of my heart too. And you know, this world has gotten really crazy these days. I'm just nervous about what if somebody comes to my dorm? What do I do? I don't even know how to protect myself really. Yeah, I should think about that. I should go do something about that.
Well, I could say a lot right there, and I'm sure you can say a lot. But just recapping what you just said is that um, you don't like to be alone, and it's because you've been around great people. I mean, your best friend, you would miss your best friend, and then this idea of just being alone, it makes you nervous.
Yes.
I can see why. I can see why when your whole just in this short time of talking, everything has been centered around. It's been centered around that love, and so you're a lovable person.
Yes.
Your best friend. Can we talk about her?
Trinity. Me and her are like the opposites, like really opposite. She's like positive and yay and high energy and lovable and touchy and everything. And I'm just the opposite. I'm positive, but I want to be, but I think that she helps me grow because of her being positive and all of her good attributes go into mine as well. And I help her, whenever she has conflict with other people, I help her stand up for herself because she doesn't really do that to herself. But yeah, I just love that she can push me through whatever I need to be pushed through, and she knows what I'm going through, and she knows that if I need to say something or not.
Yeah. Do y'all ever have disagreements?
Yes.
Because y'all opposite attract. So a lot of times when opposite attracts, you have those disagreements.
Yes, we have. We don't have a lot, but we have big ones where we just don't talk for like months, a long time. That is something we're similar about. We are both very stubborn, and we don't like going to the person first and talking to them first. Cause I forget what the word is. I forget what the word is, but yeah, we go months without talking sometimes, and every single time we come back together, we're like, I was gonna talk to you, or remember when you did this? So we want to talk to each other, but our pride, I guess you could say, won't let us.
Yeah, I can see why pride can get in the way. I'm sure you're sad when y'all are not talking together. Or,
yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else would you like to share?
I would like to say whenever we do get in arguments, it's like really different. I wouldn't say it's different, but it's different. If that makes any sense, probably doesn't. But whenever we come back together, it's just like we pick our fight where we left off. It's the same. We don't have to worry about anything else. That's why I wish she was going to college with me. Sometimes we need time away from each other, I guess.
Sure. So how do y'all? And I'm not sure if you just answered it, and I just want to make sure when y'all are at odds with each other, what happens to bring y'all back into friendship again?
To be honest, softball.
Okay.
Softball brings us back together. I don't know why. We don't even. I don't know, because we both love softball. I figured I wanted to say something. We never apologize because of our pride again. But whenever we do get in arguments and come back together, it's always around softball season.
Okay.
Because me and her are like the captains of the team,
Okay.
and we have to be together for like the team to be together also, because everybody in the school knows who my best friend is, who her best friend is. And it's really hard on me and her. I know her too. It's really hard on me whenever they see that we're broken and they're like, they really, every single time they want us to be like friends again. But it's our pride again that won't let us. So I wish that's something that we could fix.
So it sounds like the team could be at odds when y'all are not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That is exactly right.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's been some games where maybe y'all were not together that maybe caused y'all to play not as great.
Yes, sir. Whenever we're friends and we're getting along, we do our best, and I feel like that's what everybody else thinks, and the coaches think, and even our opponents, because we have a soft spot for each other, even though we argue and don't act like it. We really do. And another thing that I don't know why I don't like, I just don't like affection. I don't like affection. But she, on the other hand, she loves affection. I guess I don't know what it is, but my feelings just won't let me do it. I don't know why it won't.
Yeah, I'm sure there's maybe some reasons why your affections are maybe maybe you're not as an affectionate person. For sure, you're a lovable person, but just maybe the affection, it's not. Maybe let's use the word displayed.
Oh yes, sir.
You don't display the affection, and sometimes that happens when you grow up in a family who doesn't show those affections. For example, my mom, we didn't say "I love you" in our house. That's just something we didn't do. Well, we've been in here for a little bit, and bell has just rang. So, again, everything that we talked about today is held